I'm Lorna. I am a parenting consultant and worked for many years as a nanny. And these are my top tips for when you're expecting your second child. So many people think that you've had one baby, you know everything there is to know, you know how to put a nappy on, you won't drop the baby in the bath, you're ready for your second child. But there are a few challenges that you face a little bit different when you're expecting your second one. And my first tip is to be really well prepared. So as early on in your pregnancy as you can, think about how you might want life to change when your second child arrives. It might be that your first child, your toddler, is still waking up in the night. It might be that they don't really eat independently and they need you to sit by them and feed them. Perhaps you want them to start nursery or move from the cot into a big bed so that the baby can have the cot. There are all sorts of changes you might want to make. And it's really important to think about those and perhaps make those changes at least 3 months before your second baby is due, or leave it until 3 months afterwards. That way, the toddler might still resist change. They might not be happy about it, but they won't blame it on the baby. And you really don't want your toddler to feel that they've been thrown out of their cot so that the baby can have it. So if they can move out 3 months before, by the time the baby comes along, they won't feel that they've been pushed out for that reason. So my second tip is for when your new baby's born and first coming home from hospital. It's a really good idea if your baby can bring some kind of a gift for the toddler. Preferably something really exciting, something the toddler will really treasure and truly enjoy playing with, maybe something they've been wanting for a long time, or something that really keys into one of their top interests. And a gift from the new baby to the big brother or the big sister really makes them feel special and that they're important in the baby's world, which is a lovely thing to be able to do. Also, you'll probably have lots of visitors coming to the house, so try not to have them rush straight in to see the baby, ignoring the toddler who's sitting in the corner. Perhaps take the toddler to answer the door, have the toddler show the guest where the baby is, say, "This is my new baby sister called Sarah," and really make them special. If people are going to bring lots of gifts, of course, a lot of people will, and a lot of people will bring gifts just for the baby. If you can ask, perhaps your best friend or the grandparents, the sort of person you can ask, if they could bring a gift for the toddler as well and make them feel special too. My third tip is for those times when the baby really has to have your attention, especially if you're breastfeeding. There are going to be times when you have to give all your attention to the baby and the toddler's going to have to get used to that idea. It can really help to have a special box which you put just a few toys in. Perhaps that's things that have small pieces that you can say to the toddler, "Oh, the baby can't get hold of these. These are special big girls' toys." Perhaps it's just things that your toddler doesn't get to play with very often. Put them away in a special box and only bring that box out when you're feeding the baby or at another time when you need to give the baby your attention. It's something the child will come to really treasure. They'll look forward to being allowed to explore the box. And perhaps every few days you might change the things that are in there. You might even put a little packet of raisins or something like that that they can enjoy as a snack. You might want to include books that you can read with the child, and people do sometimes say, "But if I've got one arm around the baby and the other arm around the toddler, do I hold the book with my feet?" You can get the toddler to hold the book, and if they can't quite manage to turn the pages, well, it doesn't matter. You can help them with your sort of one hand that you have got free, and it's not the end of the world if they turn 2 pages at once. You could put in toys that the toddler can play with on their own, perhaps a game that you can play with them that you only need to speak for, you don't actually need to manipulate the pieces. A jigsaw they might like to do and they can show you when they've done it. All sorts of things that they can really enjoy doing, so they look forward to that time as their opportunity to explore the treasure box.